So I just got this package in from Century Fuel Products. This is everything I need to convert my Honda generator from not just propane and gasoline, but also to natural gas. So here's everything in the box. All the fittings, hoses, connections, everything to make this work, including an instruction manual. So I'm actually using the instruction manual. I've never actually used one of these kits before. I've always done they change the carburetor out. So here's the actual manifold that goes down in the carburetor. So I don't know if you can see the manual here, but so you take the air cleaner apart as shown here. You unscrew everything, take the filter out. Let's see if I can flip the page. And so this guy here just kind of sits down, and actually it sits like that. So it to the right over the carburetor air cleaner. So one of the things I noticed after I got all this done, so when I put a battery in, it kind of sags this. So I had cut this bracket and welded it to this battery box that I made, but I just bolted it to the original battery box hinges. You see them there? So they're giving pretty good. So I'm actually just gonna weld this right here to this bar. So I get punched through a little bit. Get the heat down. Yeah. Went right through that little thin wall tubing right there, but it ain't going nowhere. No, it ain't going nowhere. Let it cool down. I'll put a little bit more heat on it, or a little bit more weld. All right, so here's the first step to converting this generator to natural gas. I'm leaving the carb alone because I want to be able to run regular gas, and it does run off of propane as shown in the last video. So I'll leave all this alone, but I'm using this Century Fuel Products natural gas conversion kit. So I've got to take the air box apart and put this guy in. All right, so my air box is not really lining up. I mean, even though I pulled this out, it seems to be the air box more than anything. The actual air box is interfering with, so there's a hose right here, and I might have to do some cutting on the outer air cleaner to get this thing to work right. It's just not wanting to line up, and I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so here's what I did to make it clear. So this ear kind of went around right here. So I just took a hacksaw and just cut this off, made a little recess notch so that if I can get in there, so that I can shove a hose in to meet up here. Okay, so let's try this for fitting it. All right, this seems pretty good. All right, just the wing nut back on. See what happens here. It's almost like it needs a little bit of a spacer for this air box. I mean, it tightens up solid. Looks like it's making a really good seal there. Yeah, and I got clearance now. That should work. All right, so it took a little bit of finagling to get this the fitment of this hose routed properly, cutting that for clearance. Everything seems to be tightened down. I think that's good. So the nice part of this, I'm trying to figure out where to mount this. It's regulator. I'm thinking about right here, but it's not gonna work. That end of, probably got to mount it like right here. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, so this side up right here, and I can still get to the primer button in the back. And it shouldn't interfere with anything else. Yeah, if I go right there. Okay, go right there. All right, so I got this all mounted up. It took me a while. My biggest problem was getting everything to work underneath the air box, and then obviously drilling this hole. So I broke a bit off in this hole on the other side, but I finally got it out. So this is the basically everything that needs to be done on the generator. So the next thing is hooking it up to natural gas and trying to start it. So I had to run out to Home Depot real quick and get a couple fittings so I can put my hose on. This is it. It's ready to plug in and start up. Forgot, you got to give it a little bit of I want to wrap this video up and just give a shout out to Century Fuel Products. They were a notch above on the tech support, product support, walking me through kind of what I needed. I talked to a couple other natural gas conversion kit manufacturers. They really didn't want to deal with me. They really didn't want to deal with this GX240, which is it's a good engine. I mean, anything made by Honda is a good engine, but a lot of the other ones, they want to kind of stick with the Predators, you know, the current spec Honda stuff. So this was kind of an oddball machine. So it is what it is. But I would buy from Century Fuel Products again. They're not supporting this video, but I wanted to give them a good shout out for excellent customer service, excellent product support. Everything worked as advertised. From the manifold that goes here, the regulator, it's all really simple to put together. Anybody can do it themselves, you know, with basic tools. I had a couple issues, mostly with the fitment of my air cleaner. So this is not a stock Honda airbox. I did get this off of eBay when I was doing the overall conversion, setting it up to regular gas and propane with the Tonka carburetor. So I might have to go in and revisit, you know, the airbox and try to find an actual Honda spec airbox, and I think that would kind of clean that issue up there, because I had to do some fitment work on the air box itself. Other than that, the only thing that I've got left to do is I'm running a 1/2-inch line right now. It's the same 1/2-inch line I've got on my outdoor cooker. So I'm gonna wind up switching this over to a true 3/4 line. So I'm getting the full BTUs from the household service into this machine. And then I'm gonna set it up and run it under a load and adjust it from there. So you can adjust these guys right here. There's a set screw, a set nut and a screw. You can adjust, you know, how much gas is going in depending on your load. So at some point I will go in and set that. Overall, I'm super happy with this. You know, it fired right up. Once you hook the gas in, turn your valve, you prime it in the back here, fires right up. One thing to note, and I didn't do this and I caught myself, is initially I didn't re-gap the plug. And it does make a difference. This thing would not fire up at 35. I re-gapped it to 25, fired up with no problem. So again, Century Fuel Products, great product. I will be buying from y'all again. I'm probably going to set up my hot dog air compressor. I'm going to set it up for propane service. I probably won't go and use any more of these supposed eBay, Amazon tri-fuel carburetors. Kind of done with that. I've set up 3 machines. I like this setup so much better, so much cleaner. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope for the 5 people that might watch this, you learned something. If you have any questions, you can email me through YouTube. I'll do my best to help out. But overall, this has been a great learning project, from getting this thing initially, doing all the work, troubleshooting electronics, getting the starter working, getting the fuel system working initially, to doing this, to welding the gas tank bracket in, putting the gas tank in. It was just a really good learning experience. So hope y'all enjoyed it. See you on the next video.